Frenzy Highlights, brought to you by CMSC Driving School, offering flexible scheduling for classroom and road lessons at 6 Central Mass locations. Online at centralmasssafety.org.
The Friday Night Football Frenzy is presented by the law offices of Joseph J. Cariglio and Bay State Savings Bank.
Coming up next on the Friday Night Football Frenzy, my accountant told me about this one. Nashoba goes to the mountaintop to battle Wachusett. Northbridge heads west as the Rams visit the red-hot Tantasqua Warriors. It's a black and blue special as Auburn takes on Grafton. And the T-Hawks go for the upset as Algonquin hosts St. John's. It's week 7. The crew is ready. Are you? The Frenzy starts right now.
Line them up, and we're going to take them all out. Let's go.
All right, hello everyone, and welcome to the Frenzy. Kevin Shea and Andy Lacombe. We have 2 weeks left in the regular season, so things getting tight right now. Teams looking to put a stranglehold on their playoff position, and some teams trying to jump into that top 4 mix.
Yeah, some divisions still up for grabs, and some guys just trying to figure out where they're going to sort themselves out. For the record, I don't make enough money to have an accountant. That was just, a little
play on words
license. Yes.
Sure.
Yeah.
Dubzinski will be calling you in the morning.
Yeah.
And speaking of Dubzinski, we got Wachusett and Nashoba. What a great matchup. Wachusett, such a physically tough team. Nashoba coming in undefeated, and let's take you to the mountaintop. Well, the Badlands were out in force. It was Halloween night there, all the kids in costumes. Third quarter, 21-0 Wachusett. Nashoba punting, high snap, and here comes the cavalry. Seamus Higgins with the hit. Sean McGeary with a recovery for the Mountaineers. And that sets up Aiden Tomaszewski. Tomaszewski to the land of 6, and it's 28-0 Wachusett in front. Wachusett playing some defense. It's Tomaszewski again, like he was shot out of a cannon.
Human missile?
Tackled for a loss. It could be a relative of Jimmy Macera. 4th down. Nashoba going for it. Liam Griffin gets the sack. And the Mountaineers defense holds. 4th quarter now. Melky Shabo. Firing a dart to Griffin. 1st down for Wachusett at the 11-yard line. Couple plays later. Shabo, sleight of hand. Tomaszewski up the gut for the touchdown. 35-0 Wachusett. That is your final. The Mountaineers with a statement win tonight.
This isn't a game of illusions, Shay. Algonquin hosting St. John's senior night. Love the way the T-Hawks take the field. St. John's defense asserting itself early. Luke Shibley coming up with the quarterback sack. That forced a punt. Then it's the St. John's first possession. Rio Ferguson leading the charge of T-Hawks. Tough sledding for the Pioneers. They had to punt after their first possession. Now, second possession, here comes Colin Schofield running hard. Quarterback in the secondary, takes a stick from Sam Crane, but it's 1st and goal, Pioneers. Next play, it's Schofield. Good read, keeps it, and goes in for the touchdown. 7-0, St. John's. Pioneers playing a little defense, and the big fella, Zach Hastings. Oh, it's a D lineman pick, and it's not just a pick, it's a pick 6. He's going all the way. 14-0, St. John's, and the big guys can celebrate. A D lineman in the end zone.
He gave a Gronkowski stiff arm there, too.
St. John's, Schofield, the Shea Gallo colleague for 6, made it 20-0. Credit Algonquin, they had a couple of in-tight stops their defense made on St. John's possessions, but the Pioneers win it 33-7.
I don't care who we're facing tonight. I don't care what team lines up against us out there tonight. This is about the town of Maynard, your hometown. You fight for your hometown for 4 quarters. You don't lay down and play dead, okay? All these pundits out in Worcester, they think they're so smart and so fancy. Don't want to put us in the top 10? Let's show them tonight the reason why we belong in the top 10. Let's show them tonight why we are the best team on this field tonight. What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Game time! My dogs in! My dogs in!
Harold Ogilvy fired them up at Maynard. Top 2 teams in Division 6, Maynard, Littleton. Great night honoring veterans. American Legion donated camouflage uniforms and the new flag. There was a Black Hawk helicopter flyover. Scoreless in the 1st quarter. Maynard on 4th and 5 on Littleton's 19, but it's a big stop by the Tigers defense. This is Tigers versus Tigers. Next Maynard drive. Tommy Smith to Timmy Lawton for the touchdown. Maynard going for two. Smith tucking it. Smith barrels into the end zone for the two-point conversion. It's 8-0 Maynard.
Those jerseys are sick.
Second quarter, Littleton's Luke Elliott hands off to Will Scott. He powers in for the touchdown. We got ourselves a ball game. Littleton looking for the two-point conversion. Scott held by the Maynard defense. So long, and that has been a house of horrors, that Maynard field for opposing teams. It was again tonight. The Maynard Tigers win 22-20 in a thriller.
You and Jim Wilson, those pundits, you got to get going. Clear eyes, full hearts. Oh, I can't finish this one. Copyright reasons. Northbridge traveling to Tantasqua. Northbridge down 14 late second quarter. Cullen McNeil gets a screen. The ball's on the turf, but his captain, Omar Concepcion, recovers. Northbridge starting to move, but here comes the defense of Tantasqua. Getting after the quarterback and coming up with the sack to slow down the Rams offense. 4th and long. Rams complete the pass. Little hook and ladder. Sean Farland there makes a great tackle. Turnover on downs. So Tantasqua's offense. Ryan Sears going to work. 37 carries, 250 yards tonight for Sears. Doing what he does. Exploding for a first down to midfield. Then the Warriors trying to keep the ball moving on the ground. But Cullen McNeil having none of it. That tough Northbridge defense. The Warriors, Sean Farland. Great fake on the pitch, and there he goes. Through the defense to the house, 21-0 Tantasqua. The Warriors win 35-7.
Warriors, come out and play. Legendary TNG photographer Steve Lanava on hand. Grafton hosting Auburn. First quarter, Grafton's Matt Holbrook slicing through the defense. Holbrook running tough and getting inside the red zone. Next play, and it is more from Holbrook on 1st and goal. Holbrook barreling and getting right down to the goal line. A few plays later, Jackson Sonnet making an appearance in the end zone, and Grafton taking a 7-0 lead. Still in the first, more from the Indians as they go screening with Ryan Jack. Jack gets some great blocking on the edge. Jack showing the vision, showing the tough running as well. And Jack's got a big first down for Grafton. Then it's Jackson Sonnet. Dave Bolduck enjoying something out there while he's filming. Jackson Sonnet to the land of 6, 14-0 Grafton in front. On to the second quarter, the Indians working out of the shadow of their own end zone. Holbrook connecting with Ryan Jack once more. And Jack goes 98 yards for the touchdown. It's the longest touchdown TNG sports writer Steve Farley has ever personally witnessed, so there's that. Grafton getting the win tonight, 41-6, your final.
Poor Sully, you see him, he's the sickest man in America. Narragansett and West Boylston tonight, second quarter action. Gansett going for a 4th down hook and ladder, but there's a fumble recovered by David Rizzuto. David Rizzuto's back. West Boylston making a play.
Scooter.
WP trying to get to the end zone. Patrick May scrambling and running. Does he have a chance? Miles Jack comes up on the tackle. Big stop for Gansett. Third quarter, Gansett driving. Damian Como completing to Sammy Turigny. A few plays later, the West Boylston defense stepping up. Scott Moulton on the pick, and he's going the other way. When it's all said and done, he's going to go 64 yards into Narragansett territory. West Boylston going for it, 4th and 1 from the 2, but the defense of Gansett holding. And there you go.
Oh, by inches.
Didn't even need to use the little business card. Gansett.
Buddy, come on. That's a terrible spot.
Starting the drive inside the 1, but Andrew Lebrecht recovers the fumble. The captain's in for a touchdown. Defensive linemen are everywhere. West Boylston wins 41-0.
All right, about 30 seconds to talk about this night. Wachusett defense, very impressive tonight. They pitch a shutout over a Nashoba team that is a veteran group. There's a lot of veterans on that team. There's a lot of talent on that team. Hats off to the Wachusett defense.
I'm talking green tonight. We're going to stay with it. Tantasqua, a big win over previously undefeated Northbridge. A huge win. Doesn't really affect Northbridge too much out of their division, but another win for Tantasqua. They hold serve and they hold their position in that playoff chase. It's going to be a good one. The Warriors are rolling right now.
Another green team, too. Grafton with a statement win tonight over Auburn on the road.
Big night for the green.
All right, plenty more to come on the Frenzy. Stay with us, everyone.
The Friday Night Football Frenzy is brought to you by Unibank, The Sullivan Group, Pucci's Fine Jewelry, Milford Federal, the Central Mass Safety Council, Holy Cross Athletics, Harrington Physician Services, Nichols College, the Worcester Railers Hockey Club, and Verterra Nissan of Auburn.
All right, so far we've seen some pretty good defensive efforts, a handful of shutouts just in the first group of games that we had. Would it continue on a cold night when now those November winds start to blow and winter comes upon us?
Yeah, you know, big night under the lights. BMR, don't get to see them a lot, but they're right there in the mix, taking on St. Bernard's tonight on the road. This is a big one with playoff implications. And we pick it up late first half. St. Bernard's driving. Robbie Seifring, great hooper, great football player there for a big tackle. Bernardians, though, did lead 20-0 at the half. Third quarter, St. Bernard's marching. Ja'Kai Alexander on the end around. Big run here. Still loose. And finally knocked down at the Chargers' 2-yard line. He's jacked up. He's looking at the snack shack. Next play, same play, different side. Alexander goes in untouched. 26-0 St. Bernard's. BMR driving the football now. Benjamin Jacoby knocks the ball loose. Cartier Quadrado recovers and returns it. St. Bernard's has great field position. Xavier Martin takes the handoff from the outside, gets the corner, goes in for a touchdown. St. Bernard's gets the W, 34-7.
Uxbridge and David Prouty tonight. First quarter, Uxbridge in Prouty territory. Tyler Butler on third down, finding a seam and taking it 15 yards for the touchdown. The Butler did it. Extra point fails. It is 6-0. Spartans in front. Second quarter, Spartans, little play action. Andrew Goyette letting it fly. Hitting Tom Sawyer for a 25-yard touchdown strike. Uxbridge up 13-0. Prouty looking to respond. It's Cam Doobie taking the rock. Cuts to his left. Doobie has some space, and he takes it all the way down to the 10-yard line. And the Panthers are in business. A few plays later, Braden Wood on the QB keeper. Dives across the goal line. Prouty's on the board. 2-point fails. It's 13-6 game. Uxbridge in front now after a series of fumbles. Prouty has the ball. 30 seconds left in the half. Wood airs it out. Sam Dubois coming down with it for the touchdown. And a David Prouty touchdown. Panthers going for 2. Wood on the keeper, headed for the corner, but Braden Stewart taking away the angle. Good defense. David Prouty gets the win tonight, 26-13, your final.
Marlborough band in good form as always tonight. Sean Mahoney's Panthers in control, up 35-0 on the half against North Middlesex. Third quarter, Marlborough D. Justin Bates, quarterback sack. But the Patriots, unbound, they come right back. And it's their quarterback, Josh LeBlanc. Fumbled snap, picks it up, broken play, and the QB turns it into something. First down yards and more. Tack on a penalty, and the Patriots are driving. LeBlanc then rolling. 2 plays later, it's Reed Callahan for the touchdown. North Middlesex is on the board. It's 35-7. Marlborough would respond. Trevor Nutt. He's loose and untouched. 58 yards. Then he breaks the tackle to the house. 42-7 Marlborough. Panthers get the win tonight. 42-14, your final.
St. Peter-Marian at Clinton, senior night tonight. First drive of the game, St. Peter-Marian with some great defense. Jared Kaperch and John Keys getting hands on the pass. Gale's going for it on fourth down. Joe Serrano. Serrano's got the disc, and he's got some tough yards as well. He gets the first down. Next play. Reverse. Fumble. Ben Landry for St. Peter-Marian recovering. The Guardians defense coming up with a big play. Clinton's defense coming up with some big plays as well. The Clinton line breaking through. And it's Patrick Flaherty bringing the QB down for the sack. Next Clinton possession, it is Flaherty on the offensive side. Into the end zone from 6 yards out for the touchdown for the Gales. St. Peter-Marian responding. Cam Williams. Cam Williams getting around the edge. Williams with a big gainer. Right into your living room. Sets up the QB sneak. Jackson Burden in for the touchdown. 2-point failed, so it was 7-6 Clinton at the time. The Clinton Gales get the win, 33-14, your final.
Leicester's all jacked and pumped to take on Quaboag tonight. The nurturer trying to get a W for his squad. And then Leicester, first play from scrimmage, a big one. Daniel Merrow hits Jack O'Neill, and O'Neill, the big fella, unmistakable, going in for a touchdown. 7-0 Leicester. Into the night goes O'Neill. Wolverines defense steps up. They force a fumble, and Tristan Scola scoops up the loose change. But the Quaboag defense not deterred. Jordan Floria able to get the sack and try to get some momentum back for the Cougars. Leicester, offense. They're going to come right back. Screen out to Bryce Gosselin. Gosselin with some shifty moves. He's down to the 4-yard line. Quaboag's defense forces a third down, but Marrow able to find Red Sox president Sam Kennedy for the touchdown. And Leicester is up 13-0.
Mr. Speaker, what is the score?
They're in a groove. Donald Harrington gets the handoff, has a lane, has the edge. No one stops him till the goal line. Touchdown. It's 19-0. Leicester gets the W, 40-0 tonight.
Blackstone Valley Tech on the road at Monty Tech. Love the mouth guard. First quarter, Aiden Fitzgerald. The pass in the flat. Gets to the outside, and he's got a big gainer down to the 8-yard line. Fitzgerald finishing the drive. Fitzgerald getting the call. Gets a huge kick-out block and a seal on the inside. Big hole from that line, 6-0 BVT after the touchdown run from Fitzgerald. How about some special teams? BVT coverage with a huge stop on the kickoff. Swarming to the football, staying in your lane. BVT forcing the punt. Fitzgerald fields the bouncing ball. And look out. Fitzgerald getting a good return. Wall right. Fitzgerald down the sideline, one man to get him. And a beautiful tackle there by the kicker, saving a touchdown. J.D. Antaya had 2 carries for 75 yards. He caps it on the end around for the touchdown. Ethan Blake, the defensive lineman, with his first career interception. Yukon Cornelius leading the way for the Blackstone Valley Tech Beavers. They win 47-6.
Best beard in the game. Groton-Dunstable and Fitchburg. Crocker Field, great atmosphere tonight. Second quarter, Red Raiders driving. Pass out to Devin De Leon. De Leon, rumbling, gets outside. Big fella's gonna move. Knocked out of bounds inside the 10-yard line. And then in a mass of humanity, Andrew Brooks, the quarterback, QB sneak, is in. Somehow, yep, he got in for the touchdown. 21-0 at that point. Fitchburg. Red Raiders defense. Red Raider athletes never quit, Kev. They were tough. De Leon, the interception. Great return here. Fitchburg gets the win, 35-7.
All right, here we go. We travel the Bay Path on their senior night as they take on the Eagles of Worcester Tech.
Muggett Hill finally dried out.
And a first touch of action is a big punt. And now what happens here? Someone touches the punt. There's an illegal touch. So Worcester Tech would get the ball there. But Bay Path next drive and they get it moving. Michael Keeler connects with Daniel Keefe for the touchdown. Bay Path Minutemen up 6. Fourth down, Eagles going for it. Andrew Enlow escapes the pocket. Enlow, what a great quarterback he is. Getting the first down and taking a huge pop from Elijah Santos Labarge. Enlow not done. Using his legs again, gets to the corner. Turns on the Jets and he's in for the touchdown. Eagles going for 2. Extra effort from Joshua Roberts. Gets the 2-point conversion. Bay Path gets the win tonight though, 22-6, your final.
All right, we got another flyover tonight. This is the Worcester Airport flyover at Commerce Bank Field, Foley Stadium, and Doherty and Tejan Vassar doing Doherty and Tejan Vassar things. He goes in for a touchdown against North. Makes it 7-0. Highlanders. Next Doherty possessions. Dan Sheeran this time. And he goes in. That offensive line doing a job, 14-0. Doherty. Highlanders get the ball back. Noah Calories scrambling, looking for a man. Calories still looking. Now he's just going to tuck it and run, and he's into the end zone. 21-0. Doherty. Second quarter. Snap gets away. North's Ralph Joseph comes up with the turnover for the Polar Bear D. Polar Bear's looking to take advantage. Airing it out. Picked off by Sheeran. And he's coming back the other way. Making plays on both sides of the ball. Here come the Highlanders in North Territory. Calorie off to Tony Nguyen, and he's in for a touchdown. Doherty gets the win, 45-7.
Assabet Valley taking on Abby Kelly tonight, 28-8. Aztecs late in the second quarter. Abby Kelly looking to throw. DJ Bass picks it off for the interception. Bass with a long return. It is the final play of the half, so we go to the half. Now we pick it up in the third quarter. Loose ball at the line of scrimmage. Nick Cupsis recovering for the Bears. Next possession for Assabet. It is Gerard McManus handing off to David Doucette. Doucette up the middle, into the end zone, 35-8. Aztecs, and Assabet gets the win. 42-8 is your final.
All right, this is my dude in the band, the drummer. He's fired up. Millbury and Bartlett tonight. Just before the half, 13-0 Millbury. Logan Peranto to Troy Johnson for a touchdown, 13-6. Millbury now at the half after the Bartlett score. Third quarter, first offensive play. May not be a Mega Millions jackpot, but it's a pick six for Jesse Dunphy. Going the other way, Bartlett within a point. It's 13-12. Millbury striking back. Looks like Xavier Robles gets into the end zone for a touchdown. 20-12 the advantage. Then the Woolies some defense. Mason Broyles comes up with the pick, and Millbury is back in position looking for more. Very next play, Anthony Greenwich looking upstairs, one of the seniors, Matthew LaRue. That thing has got some air under it. LaRue finding his way to freedom. 47 yards for the touchdown. Millbury gets the win, 46-28.
All right, David Prouty beating Uxbridge is a great win for Prouty. Those are two teams, similar teams. They both have great athletes. They don't have big numbers, but they're both very talented. That's a win right now that could catapult the Prouty Panthers.
Yeah, and look at Millbury, another win after coming back from that tough loss to Leicester last week. A big one for the Woolies as they're still a playoff team.
Gut check for them. Plenty more to come on the Frenzy. Stay with us, everyone.
The Friday Night Football Frenzy is presented by the law offices of Joseph J. Carigula and Bay State Savings Bank.
And welcome back. A couple other big high school games for you, and then we'll get into a nice college preview, too. One of the local teams playing for first place in their league.
Yeah, Oxford celebrating 50 years of football last weekend and trying to continue a little momentum this week. They had all the alums out there looking, you know, a little bit bigger than they did in their high school days, but celebrating Oxford, Patrick Flynn and company. Oxford taking on Southbridge to start it out here, and then we are in O-Town tonight. And Southbridge down 20 to the Pirates at this point, trying to get something going. Look into the halfback pass. Michael Dela Cruz has other plans. Picks it off. O-Town defense. Next play, it's Joel Erickson finding Ryan Walsh, and Walsh out there for a nice gain for the Pirates. Next play, Tyler Mello gets the jet sweep to the edge and goes in for the touchdown. O-Town's got it going. Garrett Lazo, the big fella, is in at quarterback for Southbridge, finding Simon Gagne for a first down. Clock dying down. Southbridge lost the football. Ben Wing recovers for Oxford to seal the win for the Pirates. 27-0 Oxford a winner tonight.
Quabbin and Hudson up in the hinterlands on senior night and homecoming tonight. They had everything wrapped into one. First quarter scoreless game. Hudson's Matt Gerard in for the touchdown, and the Hawks taking a 7-0 lead. The theme tonight in the Quabbin student section, inmates. So they're all wearing the orange.
What?
Quabbin answering. Gregory Burnett going up top, and look at Colby Smith. Great grab by Smith. Going up, hauling it in. He's down at the 1-yard line. From there, the toss sweep to Zach Coffin. Coffin into the end zone, 7-6. The Panthers are down by 1. Quabbin going for 2. Noah Herzig in for the 2-point conversion. It's 8-7 Quabbin Panthers. Hudson running now. Quabbin's Devin Thomas bucking for the Chuck Cecil Hit of the Night award. There he comes with a big smack. Second quarter, Colby Smith, who had a huge night. Colby Smith just breaking away. He rushed for 252 yards and 3 touchdowns. Quabbin with a huge win on senior night and homecoming. 35-15, the Panthers take it.
Chuck Cecil, call him Joe Morris. You just keep it in the 80s.
That's right, right in the air, right in the 80s in the air. Central Mass guy as well. Huge game for Assumption tomorrow night. They're taking on New Haven. It is a battle for first place in the league. Now, Assumption's rested. They're ready to go. We saw their great overtime win a week ago right here on Channel 3. They know what's at stake with this, and they know they kind of control their own destiny from here on out.
Yeah, a little bit different this year in the NE10. As our Brenna Wilson reports, there is no championship anymore, so the Hounds need to play well these next couple of weeks to see if they can get back to the postseason.
Got him. Over the middle, wide open, touchdown for the win. Coming off a walk-off win last weekend, Assumption is undefeated in the NE10 conference. 2 other teams sit at the top of the conference standings. This weekend, the Greyhounds face one of them in New Haven.
Yeah, obviously them being undefeated, it makes it, a little bigger of a game because someone has to lose the game, obviously. But we're trying to treat this just like every other game. We respect every opponent, and we're going to go in there ready as possible and try to come out with a victory.
The NE10 no longer has a championship game this year, so every league game is important. The Hounds know if they want to make it back to the NCAAs, they have to finish strong.
Every little win or every loss can really affect you in a negative or positive way, so we want to really go out there every week and just try to get that W.
We are always grinding, and we know, I think that's the thing as a team as a whole, we know no one has to say it, but we're going to go out there and we're going to do our best.
Next week, Assumption will be challenged in conference again as they play nationally ranked LIU Post. But first, the Hounds need to keep New Haven's powerful offense in check as the Chargers look to extend their 5-game winning streak.
If we do a good job of taking care of our business, we give ourselves a chance to win every football game. Now, we're going to come across good football teams who are going to take the same approach, but we're not going to live and die based on the quality of the opponent or the hype around a football game, because that is a distraction to your preparation. We want to stay focused on what we can control, and that's our business.
Brenna Wilson, the Friday Night Football Frenzy.
All right, they have a big one tomorrow night. So does Shepherd Hill. Jake Tondle's the kicker for Assumption. He'll be interested in this one. Shepherd Hill and Leominster, our coverage and our game of the week. It begins on delay at 9 p.m. from Doyle Field on Saturday night.
Yeah, and Cody Williams, the quarterback for Assumption, his cousin, who he calls my brother, is the star receiver for New Haven. So I asked him this week, I said, so do you guys just stop talking for the week? I said, how often do you talk? He goes, oh, we talk every day. I said, how about this week? He goes, nope, it's still going to happen this week. He goes, we talk every day. He's my brother. He goes, there's no smack talk. It's just, hey, I hope you do well. He says, hey, I hope you do well. It's just that they don't want him to win this weekend. They don't want the other one to win this weekend. But still, a lot of love between those two. And Cody Williams looking forward to going up against his cousin.
Yeah, and in our game, Shepherd Hill and Leominster, you got 2 teams that aren't going to the playoffs this year. And, that'll be okay. They can develop a little bit. But you have 2 teams that are coming off some pretty good games. Shepherd Hill played maybe their best game, one of their better games against St. John's in a loss last week. And Leominster, they held Wachusett down, only lost by 10. So 2 teams that are really going to be hungry for a W on our air tomorrow night.
Yeah, and Leominster at home, too. There's always that power up at Doyle Field. The Blue Devils wanting to get the victory in front of the home crowd. Man of the match time when we come back. All right, man of the match time. My man of the match goes to Quabbin running back Colby Smith. 13 carries, 252 yards, and 3 touchdowns. Also had 70 yards receiving in a touchdown and had an interception on defense. Colby Smith playing a whale of a game, and that's a big, big win for Quabbin tonight on homecoming and on senior night. Colby Smith is my man of the match.
He's not all that big a guy, but he runs hard, he runs strong, he runs physical. Xavier Robles from Millbury tied a school record tonight with 4 rushing touchdowns in a win over Bartlett. He is my man of the match. When you think about that, tying a school record, Kev, at Millbury, when you got guys like Tetzel and all those players that came through, that's a big number and a big win for Millbury today.
Yeah, those are talking about Super Bowl teams there in the past with Millbury. We want to thank Steve Piscalis and Steve's Pizza for feeding the frenzy tonight. Always one of the great staples of Worcester, Steve's Pizza, and we will eat well tonight because of them. Steak and cheese the size of your leg, I'm telling you. Maynard, they say we don't talk about Maynard. You know what? Maynard had a huge win tonight at home over Littleton. It was the top 2 teams in the division going head-to-head. Could be a preview of the Super Bowl in Division 6 as well. Harold Ogilvie and the boys getting it done tonight in a tight one against the Littleton Tigers.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, that's a good one for Maynard, no doubt about it. Tantasqua, I talked about him briefly in the beginning, but that's a big win. You got to go back now to the Doherty game where they lost by 14 and they beat Auburn, they beat Grafton, Southbridge last week, and now Northbridge. That's a big win, and Tantasqua's playing really good football. That division, Nashoba, with Marlborough, Grafton, and Tantasqua, going to be fun to watch.
Yeah, it certainly is. And Grafton giving you someone else to worry about if you're an opposing team. You look at Ryan Jack and the night that he had. Everyone knows about Holbrook. They know about Sonnet. Tonight, Ryan Jack said, hey, watch out for me. We will see you tomorrow night at 9 o'clock from Doyle Field. It is Leominster and Shepherd Hill.